This story, which took place in the Ukrainian city of Kropyvnytsky, will turn your worldview upside down. On December 8, 2017, 12-year-old Katya Dobrodiy left for school and never came back home. No one could even think of what happened to the girl and who would be involved in this tragedy. Welcome to the Psychic Investigations Show. This is a real-life investigative project conducted by people who refer to as psychics, have the gift of clairvoyance, and can contact the spirit world beyond. When the girl disappeared, the police were searching for her for 3 days with no results. This is why the parents asked the psychics, Elena Kurilova and Jana Shulikova, for help.
We don't have much faith in the police.
Katya attended school on the second shift. Her mother says that on the day of her disappearance, Katya had breakfast and left for school.
I asked her, "Do you want me to braid your hair?" She replied, "No, that's okay. I'll go with a ponytail." And she walked out. I can't stand that she's gone.
The girl took the bus to school. The bus stop is 400 meters away from the house.
She'd get on the bus and get off at the stop right next to the school.
At 8:30 in the evening, the girl always called her parents to tell them that she is getting on the bus to go home. But that day, she didn't call.
I call our daughter and she doesn't pick up. I was surprised. And her phone went off. We got worried. Aliona says, "I'll go to pick her up."
When the girl didn't come either with the last bus, her mother was somewhat at a loss. She contacted Katya's English teacher, who informed her that Katya hadn't come to class.
I was unable to think clearly at that moment.
We started to panic. We started to check all her classmates, all acquaintances, from gymnastics, volleyball, from English, and those who lived in our neighborhood. We drove around by car.
I can see her. She's somewhere in the dark.
There are trees all around and it's a bit breezy. Water. There is a river or some pond. Yes, there is water there.
To get in tune, Jana Shulikova asked for a map of the area.
I can feel the girl's energy somewhere in this area. She's around there.
It is a forest area in the suburbs of Kropyvnytsky, 7 kilometers from the girl's house. The girl will be found there the next day, on the territory of the Obazovsky water reservoir.
The police said they found a girl matching the description. I couldn't really believe it.
Andrei, Katya's stepfather, says he loved the child as his own. He still can't forget what he saw.
84 blows with a sharp object were inflicted on her face and head. Then additionally, with an unidentified object, most likely similar to scissors, it left 2 even lines.
The child was like an angel. She was the center of my life.
I can't even make sense of it. What for? Why?
The psychics travel to Kropyvnytsky to help their relatives find answers to these painful questions. But Elena Kurilova surprises everyone with her prediction.
You'll know who the murderer is when the dead girl wipes away the tears.
At the moment, no one could have imagined the terrible truth these words concealed. Katya's family, aunt, stepdad, and grandpa, meet the psychics in front of the house.
Good afternoon.
Thank you for coming.
Where's Katya's mom?
Elena's in the hospital.
She's having a nervous breakdown.
The girl's parents were brought in for questioning. They got accused of murdering their daughter. After that, Katya's mother got hospitalized.
They claimed I did it. I had no idea what was going on or what they wanted me to say.
The investigator was yelling at me, moralizing and everything. He said, "If it wasn't you who did it, it was your wife."
When investigating the murder of a child, parents are in the first circle of suspects. But why so much pressure?
We were polygraphed. I was there for 3 hours. Elena was held there for about 5 hours. And after that, she got to the hospital.
The results of the detector test did not confirm the parents' guilt.
We were so looking forward to you coming and helping us deal with this grief.
I can't live like this. I can't sleep at night. I want to destroy that scumbag.
There's a strange scene going on. A man standing and looking from the street to the inside of the house. He's observing and spying.
What's he look like?
He's got something on his face. It's a man with a scar on his cheek.
I looked at the cards and I just went numb. The girl knew the murderer. She'd seen him often and she wasn't afraid.
We don't know anyone like that. Never seen any man with a scar.
I suddenly saw an image. Katrusia in the car along with her murderer.
She would never get into a stranger's car.
Can you please show us where the body was found?
We'll have to drive out of the town.
Let's go.
Half an hour later, the psychics with the girl's relatives are already there.
I don't get it. She's calling me.
Jana, who are you talking about?
Katrusia's here, I can see her. There's something about ribbons. She says Sonia needs her ribbons. Who's Sonia?
Her own younger sister.
4 years ago, Olena and Andrei had a daughter, Sofia. Katrusia loved her little sister dearly and called her My Sonia.
What ribbons?
Katrusia took gymnastics classes and she had these ribbons with sticks attached.
Sonia plays with her ribbons.
After Katrusia's death, little Sonia often picks up ribbons and dances with them, just like they used to do with her elder sister.
Give them to her, she wants it to belong to her sister.
What else does Katrusia say?
I can't hear her, she's gone. Why is she? The girl looked at me quietly and vanished into thin air.
But why is she hiding? Why won't she tell us everything?
Do you hear this voice? It's your fault, I told you not to piss me off.
Oh my God! What does that mean? Does John hear what the murderer is saying?
It was the voice of the man with the scar. He was saying it by the girl's body. Such is the terrible odor of blood and metal. Do you know with what object she got killed?
Tell me.
Kind of chipped one. With a shabby handle.
We heard that the girl died from the knife stabbing, and then Katrusia was stabbed with scissors when she was already dead. Wait, hold on a second. I tried to tune in to the moment of Katrusia's murder, and I saw this image. A roof with a cross painted on it.
Their house has a cross on it.
The murder weapon, it was taken from the same house. Did anyone come by your house that morning?
Well, I don't know.
That day, the girl's mother drove her youngest daughter to kindergarten and her husband to his job at the hospital, where she herself worked as an anesthesiologist. After that, she drove back home to get Katrusia ready for school. Perhaps someone had visited them that morning, and the family did not know about it.
We need to inspect the house right away, right now. I hear the man's voice again.
The scarred man?
Yes, that voice is in the house. In the house. There was like a fight in the house. I heard him screaming, "Why don't you listen to me? You have to do as I say."
Jana, what's wrong?
There's no air to breathe in here. Can you smell it? The smell of blood? The smell of blood. I could feel the blood. It was all over, on the floor, on the walls. This isn't a house, it's a hellhole. hell where the child died.
I see the murderer's hand. One hit and then another one. Here it all happened, right here. On this very spot. Someone thoroughly cleaned up after the murder. There's blood. There's blood. There's blood, there are bloodstains all around.
There's this man with the scar standing right here. He's standing there and there's a knife on the floor next to him. He's yelling, "You trying to get rid of me? Not gonna happen. You understand me?"
Jana, he's yelling that to the girl, right?
The girl's already dead.
And who is he saying this to?
He's yelling at the girl's mom. The mom was here.
She saw the child getting killed.
The mother was here.
What a horror. Was the girl's mother really present in the room and saw her daughter being murdered?
She's terrified. She's afraid of him. Do you understand that?
I can't picture that.
We don't have any neighbors with such signs.
Who was this man? Who knew him besides her? There was a rape.
What do you mean?
It was the person who committed the rape.
Whom?
Your wife. Who raped your wife? There's a card of the past I have right here.
There was some talk about her childhood, that she got raped when she was a kid.
It's beyond belief. But it turns out when Olena was 12 years old, she was raped by a neighbor.
Olena confessed to me that he raped her.
Olena's mother died a year before the incident. The father had gone to another city for work. The grandmother was in charge of the child's upbringing. However, when the girl was abused by a neighbor, for some reason, she did not tell anyone about it.
I felt that the rape was a terrible trauma for Olena. All these years, she had been seeking revenge on her abuser.
She wanted to get revenge on him at the time, but they never found him.
Wait, she saw him? She saw him out of the window and...
That's unbelievable. Did the woman meet her rapist years later? Did he really kill Katrusia?
Do you remember when she came running to me? I asked her, "Olena, what happened?" She told me, "You have no idea what I've gotten myself into." But she didn't say what exactly had happened to her.
I saw a woman looking at the body of her murdered daughter in tears. And Jana heard the man's voice. He was ordering Olena to go outside and get to the car.
I see Olena driving, and in the rearview mirror, I see this man. That's right. He's in the back seat. Olena looked at the road with tearful eyes. She was afraid to even glance in the direction of the passenger seat, where the body of her murdered daughter lay. He forced the mother to transport and throw away her child's body.
There's only one thing certain. Only Katrusia's mom knows the truth about her death.
Olena's in the hospital, isn't she?
It's too late to go there now.
They won't let us in.
Can we go see her tomorrow?
We have to go. Not only can we, but we have to.
The next day, the clairvoyants and Katrusia's family met outside the hospital. The number of visitors who can enter the clinic at the same time is limited. So Elena Kurilova went to the girl's mother, accompanied by the grandfather, Olena's father.
Good afternoon.
Please take this. I gave Olena one of my praying stones, so I could tune into the past. Olena, I could sense that you were there when Katrusia was murdered. Can you tell me who did it?
I don't remember that.
Well, what do you remember?
I remember that day vaguely.
Relatives say that on the day Kate was killed, her mother had to pick up her youngest daughter from daycare in the afternoon and then stop by to visit her husband's sister.
I remember driving to visit my husband's sister. I remember going to the kindergarten and picking up my child. And then I remember myself at the sister's house. I don't remember how we got from the kindergarten to the sister's house.
It was all very strange. Katrusha's mom remembers what happened before and after her daughter's murder, but she can't remember the moment of the assault itself.
After severe stress, our mind can partially block memory, erasing some of our memories.
What do you remember of that morning?
I got up in the morning. Katrusia was still asleep. I warmed up the food I had left from the evening and asked Katrusia if she wanted to eat. Then I said, "Come on, get dressed."
So she left for school.
That's right.
Did you see her after that? I saw something completely different from what Katrusha's mom had told me. However, the most surprising thing about it was that I felt she wasn't lying to me. Did anyone visit you that day?
A neighbor did.
Was there any kind of danger from him? What does he look like? Any scars or marks on his face?
Will I get to see my girls soon?
It was a true nightmare. This poor woman still couldn't realize that her daughter was gone. But I felt that Katrusia was coming to her mother in her dreams, hugging her, wiping her tears. She will come to you in your dreams.
I remember a dream. The three of us were walking in the park. Myself, Sophia, and Katrusia. She says to me, "Don't cry. I'm feeling fine."
Try to remember what happened that day in the house.
It felt like a fight, like I was fighting for something.
Maybe the woman was fighting her daughter's murderer, trying to save her.
What happened next?
I stood still, and the only thing I remember is the voice. That's all I remember.
You hear a voice? Do you hear the voice in your head?
I do.
Don't let me hug you, it's hard. Come here, my darling.
Elena Kurilova left the hospital. And on the way, she kept repeating the same words.
Girl, wipe the tears. Girl, wipe the tears. A thought struck me. It was the girl's mother that the cards had told me about at the beginning of the investigation. You'll know who the murderer is when the dead girl wipes away the tears. In dreams, Katrusia was wiping her mom's tears. There were only 2 people in the room at the time Katrusia got killed.
What do you mean to? I'm sorry, there was also the man with the scar. I saw him.
Take this, Elena had it in her hands.
I couldn't believe it. I saw Elena. She held the knife in her hand. And the scarred man standing next to her began to dissolve into thin air in front of my eyes. This can't be happening. Just can't be true.
Could a mother who loved her daughter with all her heart take her life?
I saw him, I heard him, and I smelled the scent of this man. Do you understand me?
Well, for this woman, he was real. He lived inside her head. All this time, Elena held a terrible sorrow and resentment towards her rapist and did not tell anyone about it. She wanted revenge. She thought about him constantly. And soon his voice started to echo in her head. In moments like this poor woman finds herself in a different reality and remembers nothing afterward.
It just doesn't make sense. After the investigation, the woman was sent for an examination to Odessa. To examine her mental health, they found mental disorders.
The voice of her head began to rule her life. Elena started not only hearing the voice, but also seeing the phantom of her rapist constantly stalking her. She's hitting not Katrusia. She's hitting her abuser, the man she sees.
Psychotic disorders such as hallucinations are also possible. Patients may mistake a loved one for a stranger, and may also mistake a stranger for a loved one.
The way I see it, the reason for Katrusia's gruesome murder is the psychological trauma of her mom, who was a rape survivor as a child.
I'm having a hard time just hearing it. It seems we didn't follow up on it somewhere, we missed something, and we missed some important points.
After investigating the psychics, police found a video from the cameras of one of the gas stations in Kropivnitsky. The footage shows Olena's car driving towards the forest area where her daughter's body was later found. According to the results of the expertise, by that time, the girl was already dead. Subsequently, the police found traces of blood in the car and on the woman's robe. A search of the house with an infrared lamp revealed a huge amount of washed-up bloody marks on the walls, furniture, and floor. Currently, Olena has been recognized as mentally incapable, and now she is undergoing compulsory treatment in a psychiatric hospital.
We'll never give up on her. Thank you so much.
A gruesome story where absolutely everyone is pitied. The child brutally killed by her mother, and the poor mother who still does not understand what happened, and relatives who did not notice the changes in the behavior of the woman that led to such a tragedy. They will have to live with it from now on. If you were struck by this story, give it a like, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss new incredible psychic investigations